I was not ready. I
You
wasn't
got
ready.
something to say?
Hello.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Welcome to Shooting the Shit Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing Love
Mom.
and Marriage DC. Tonight we are reviewing season 1, episode 9. But before we start, D, tell them what to do.
Smash that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
You never know what you're gonna get, you know.
That's pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
So, you know, when they get close to you buying Christmas stuff again, they pull out the old toys. So we ain't seen Optimus since last
Oh,
Christmas. Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, that was last Christmas. Yep.
Huh.
So, we're taking the bus to the lake house, okay? Well, this is where we left off last week. We're getting
I
ready to
forgot
go
where
to the
we
lake
was,
house.
child. We in DC.
Child, we be sleeping on DC because I be like, I have to watch DC 2 or 3 times because they put me to sleep. So right now we're joined by Tasha and her husband Neil. Here's my question. Why we ain't seen them?
Because we spent this whole thing talking about winter.
Oh, okay.
That was basically the story.
They probably had a real interesting story.
And you know what's crazy? Like we started with the son and Jamie and all of that, which was kind of interesting, and then we just dumped them.
Then we dump them. And then all of a sudden they coming back at the end. I'm like, it's almost over. We didn't brought back the son. Child, please.
Which I mean, it's not that I don't want to see it, but it makes me feel like next week is the season finale, so you just gonna leave us hanging with some information. That we're not gonna know. Yeah.
We could have been on that.
Yeah.
Instead of the stupid argument Monique and
It
kept
make
on
you feel like
every
you were getting
week.
to know Jamie and Raina better, but that's the thing. They're fake, so they don't.
So winter's coming.
Why?
But that's what they want to, because she recommended the sex therapist.
So what?
Winter is coming
If
because we don't.
if I recommend a nail lady, do I got to go to your nail appointment with you?
If you were the only interesting thing on the show, yeah, you gotta go. That's
Oh,
clearly what it's
God.
about. There is no fun if winter don't come. Other than that, we don't have nothing else to talk about.
What else we gonna talk about?
I don't know. So let's talk about winter. So Kevin is also coming, which is connected to winter. And she ain't seen him since July. And Quick is like, that ain't true. He said they ain't going through a divorce. He didn't say that. He said she's still my wife. He didn't say they wasn't going through a
That's what
divorce.
he said.
Okay.
Because I believe he referred to her as his ex-wife, and he was
Right.
like, no, "We're still married. I still have on my ring."
That's what happened.
No,
Right. Can you hear D? Because he's very loud.
a little bit.
D, you're a little loud. Okay, you're loud. Okay, so, he'll be mad. So he bring up about the book, when he wrote this book about their whole love story. And Monique was like, no, neither one of them wrote the book. So that's not true. And he's like,
So
well,
he's bringing evidence that he knows is fake and phony evidence.
hey, and Quick is like, well, in that case, both of them are liars, and Monique was like, I mean, no.
Wow, what is she lying about?
Winter is not lying. I've seen the paperwork that they're going through the divorce. I've seen the text messages between him and her, but Quick want to be Team Kevin. That's what he said he is. He's Team Kevin.
I don't know why, because ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna attach myself to somebody who is known in these streets as a scammer. So don't have me be team none of that over there. I don't know this nigga.
Raina was like,
people said he was a scammer. That's all I know.
Raina was like, okay, Monique, so since y'all got Kevin coming, that's your friend. You need to call her and let her know that Kevin is coming. I was like, absolutely, Monique.
She's
I mean,
right. And then I was like, Monique was like, oh yeah, like she planned to do it the whole time. And then she called her. I was like, so why wouldn't she have already done that?
because Monique was trying to set her up and got called out. So then she didn't want to look messy.
Hmm.
Thank you, Arena.
It looked messy.
It looked real messy. I actually said, well, she believed he a scammer, but you know, she don't care. She's so bored. She's always so bored, so over it. So, but you ain't giving us nothing
You
either.
can't be more bored than my ass, Ashley. And you've been in every episode. So
Everyone boring the
Come
hell
on.
out of us. So we at the house. Monique got surprises for everyone based off of what Winter said. Once again, Winter.
she's like, Winter's there when she ain't even there.
Winter ain't said, but Winter show all up in here. Baby, Winter come and Winter come to stay. I know I live in Michigan. Winter don't go away.
I don't fuck around.
Winter a bad boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So she got Ashley and Quick fun size Snickers. He gave Arena and Jamie red light flashlight for the red light special.
Hey,
And-
Jamie gets irritated by that shit every time they say it. He ain't thought it was funny not one time.
Not one time. And he like, I wish you'd go away. And then Raina was like, we ain't gonna let it go away. But Raina, why was you so mad about it if you ain't gonna let it go away?
'Cause
You
she
get
brought it
geeked
up.
every time.
She brought it up.
Low
Low-key, Raina been taking public jabs at her husband.
The whole show.
Oh, season.
And for her and Chris, so she won't say she was just being messy. She gave herself a ball gag since Chris liked to tell her to hush.
You gave these niggas Snickers and red lights and you got a ball gag?
Come on now.
Okay. Chris is gonna be so mad.
Well, the guests arrive. I mean, not the guests of honor arise. Winter. That's what this whole show has been about. You know, love and marriage. Winter. You know, she comes with the sex therapist. Okay, the women are bothered. They are so bothered. You know, they're so unbothered. They're so bothered when she arrives. Raina says in the confessional, why are you here? Because the whole show is about her. If she wasn't here, what are we gonna
What
talk
was y'all gonna
about?
do if she wasn't there?
You guys talk about her all the way there. Child. So Quick and Ashley, who's so unbothered by Winter, to keep talking like, you know, this fun size Snicker. Oh, here, have a fun size Snicker. The lady showed them little chrome penis. Oh, I like that. It's fun size. Y'all really ain't bothered, but y'all sure bringing it up every chance y'all could get. Y'all not getting that
It
Winter.
was like, okay, I see you. It's funny.
Yeah, haha. Child. So the sex therapist start with this whole thing. What would you like to improve in the intimacy department? Quick is like, my sex life is amazing, you know, in the last couple of years it's only got better because Ashley must be going through something because she can't get enough. And I mean, I go like 5 rounds, you know what
When
I'm
did he
saying,
do that?
banging it
Because
out.
Wasn't he passing out down to the DJ booth?
But we supposed to believe he going 5 rounds. You ain't been at home.
You get it home.
Child, please. I told y'all, Quick remind me of a little boy. He dressed like a
5
little boy.
times. I want all of these people. Why are all these people lying like
It don't make you look good. It make you look like an idiot, even saying stuff like that. So
everybody that's
so
in a relationship
unrealistic.
is like,
Right. Yeah. And so the
every
lady,
day, twice a day, 5 times a day.
come on now.
Hmm.
Well, and then most men they can't do one time without having a pill. She was like, we ain't talking about most men, we're talking about you. Little dude, always trying to compare yourself. He got that short man syndrome.
I was gonna say, like, maybe Quick, maybe you won't be lasting very long, and she still be like, I mean, you better get it.
Maybe you come real
Gonna
quick.
turn that thing back on.
Right.
It's over with.
The little snicker.
A little fun size.
So she asked Ashley, like, are you in your early 40s? She's like, bitch, no. Well, here's the thing, Ashley. You look like it.
Not
You
only
look
that,
like you in your 40s.
is she close to 40? Like you act like she's in the neighborhood, ain't she? She's not a baby.
I don't know how old Ashley is. She, if I would have guessed, I would have thought for early 40s.
If not, then 38. You know what I'm saying? Like, you right there. Don't act like
She acting like she offended.
right.
Girl. All of a
And that
sudden,
wasn't even her point. She's like, you didn't even let the lady get to your point. Her
because
point.
the whole point is in your early 40s, your libido goes sky high. So that's what she was trying to get to. But you were so offended. And then tell me, I knew I should have died my age. It ain't that. You look like it. You look like it. It just is what it is.
And to be honest, she looked better this time than she have the whole show. Watch all that shit down and
right. Without
like
all of that.
auntie this time, she actually looked like his wife.
Tasha and her husband. Tasha said her marriage been going downhill because she want her husband to have a vasectomy because she ain't trying to get pregnant. And they had enough kids. She at this point make him wear condoms. Okay.
Why should she get her tubes tied?
Because it's easier for him to get a vasectomy. That's why I'm at with it too.
But I mean, if he's not,
she made him wear a condom.
I'd rather
She probably on birth control. She probably on birth control.
I'd rather get my tubes tied than do that too. Like if you don't want to, I'm just saying.
Do it. You do it. That's the in and out. Snip, snip. Be done with it. Get
your
my tubes tied.
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about him. That's and go in the doctor, snip it, and be done. That's a whole procedure and being down like you didn't have a baby for the tubes tied. Ain't nobody got time for that.
It wasn't when I did it.
But did you do it right after you had the baby?
No.
Okay, so you go in, you down.
For a day.
Oh, no. It's more than that.
No, I'm telling you.
Well, look.
The worst part about getting my tubes tied was how my throat itched from having that thing,
I hate that too.
Yeah. That was the worst part. The rest of it, I'm just saying, for me, like, I get it. Yeah, it's easier for him to get a vasectomy, but them don't always be working. I don't know if I would trust it.
You go get it done. Because what ain't gonna happen is I go get my tubes tied and you act a fool too and pop up another one. If I'm getting my tubes tied, you getting a vasectomy.
Yeah, but she doesn't want any more kids though.
And you ain't having none either. It ain't finna be another Neo, what's that girl situation?
Yeah, but she didn't want to, Moneta. She did not want to do it. That's what I'm saying. I would not do it if I didn't want to, because if I still want kids and you don't, then maybe you ain't the one for me. I'm just saying, in my marriage, if I don't want to, if I don't want to have any more kids, and I know I don't want to have any more kids.
Maybe he do.
Huh?
Maybe he do. Maybe that's why he don't want a vasectomy.
Okay.
Well, you know what? We wouldn't even know because they skipped away from that. Like that wasn't even a big deal.
And I'm like, our conversation about it was much longer than theirs.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to hear more because that is an interesting conversation.
It's a conversation.
Yeah. No, they skipped over it. They skipped over and went to Raina talking about this lazy sex. I'm like, we didn't heard Raina talking about this. How many times? She done said this about 2 or 3 times on the show.
What I find strange about it though is she saying, because I keep trying to understand this, is she saying that she doesn't like when he
That's what she said. But you know what? I've talked to women that say they don't really care for that. And I'm like, So she's not the only one. You know, we had this conversation at work before, and like the majority in the room, I think it's about 4 or 5 of us in the room. I'll say 3 out of the 5 was just like, I ain't gotta have that. I was like, huh. Yeah.
I mean, maybe not every time, but
She said no. He probably do it wrong, so he ain't got to do it. You know how females do.
I ain't gonna be able to stay 26 years if you're doing it wrong.
But here's the thing, if she don't like it, you gonna have to figure out something. You got to figure out something. What
Yeah,
is
she's
it that she
gotta
like?
like something, but I mean, I just feel like since it's not the other way around, I just feel like it's not that big of a sacrifice if he wants to. Like,
Right. She said no. Well, here's the thing. The therapist said the thing is you got to be, if you don't like that, you need to be more specific about what it is that you want. Tell him exactly what it is. So I was like, okay, all right, you're gonna have to do that because evidently that ain't it for you. He said some crazy stuff like they almost like brothers and sisters, but that's not nice. That's not good. That's not good.
that's weird.
Hmm.
Don't say brothers and sisters at the sex therapist. Just don't. Just leave that out of the conversation.
Mm-mm. But like I said, we've heard this conversation 2 or 3 times already. Again, y'all bounced off of Tasha and jumped on that mess. And then Chris and Monique, they said they got great sex.
It's
But
funny because as pretty as they are to look at, Raina and Jamie, like there's just no chemistry.
chemistry.
None.
mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. It's all superficial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Chris and Monique said they have great sex, but they're selfish. Whoever comes first is over. I was like, huh. That's sad too. And then he gets in this whole everything he learned from sex, he learned from porn as a kid. And porn is very male satisfying, So he just over
and I
there.
think a lot of men have, I don't know, not 5 years old. I'm not saying that, but I think a lot of men think that.
I was like,
That's very young. I think a lot of men think that because sometimes, you be like, yeah, that's some shit you done seen on the internet. That ain't it, bro.
well, clearly that's what not Jamie, Quick over there doing. He over there talking about he banging it out. So he same thing with him, little boy.
I don't need that
little
visual.
boy.
So
He a little boy.
carry on. He looks like a little rabbit boy.
Yeah.
I can't relate to whatever's going on over there.
But Winter, who was sitting there listening to all of them, she said, look, guys, I might have said sarcastic thing towards your husbands. She apologized if it was offensive. She said, but listening to, it's the honesty for her between the couples, them sharing. And she was like, it's beautiful to see. And she apologized again. And Ashley was like, her apology was very vague. It was made towards everyone. What was she said it about everybody. So who you want her to go down the line? I mean, how many times we got to do this?
Ashley is so unpleasant.
She
Like,
is.
you know how there's that person that just wants to be like a Debbie Downer about everything? She's always got her face all twisted up. And
you give her $1 million, she'll be like, half of this is going towards
I had $1 million before. I already have that.
So the lady, she finished her little spiel. She showed them her little products that she had, the vibrating panties, a glass dildo that you put in the freezer. I'm like, Raina, I don't want that. Question.
I wonder if it's the same question I have, but go ahead.
Okay, my question is, just for example, when you take ice and it's in a freezer,
it seemed like the question
and then you stick it on something wet.
That was my question. And it's gonna be like, pow.
I'm just saying.
And then
or is it gonna be stuck like On the Christmas Story.
That was the first thing I thought. I was like, so then when it gets warm, and what happened if it crack and then
Then it's
that
cracked
shit broke
inside.
off inside you?
Girl, I
No,
passed.
I'm good on
I
that.
can say that one. So Arena,
When you're pregnant and you go and they do that sonogram thing,
they
that
warm
thing
it
was
up.
cold and it wasn't a pleasure.
No, but now they know. So now they want it's warm now because they know that was horrible.
Yeah, well, they used to just go, this might be
They
cold.
did. Yeah. So Arena's in the kitchen with Winter, and Arena apologized as well. Okay, and she acknowledged the fact that she understands that Winter has been going through and is still going through a lot with the whole thing with the marriage. And then she tells her, he's saying he got receipts and he got this and he got that. And Winter was like, well, if I knew he was coming, I would have brought my divorce papers. Okay, because
What is his receipt supposed to do, nigga? She wants a divorce.
it's nothing.
I mean,
Nothing you can say to her at this point. It's over. Child, we had dinner. They had a nice basement. That was a nice
it's a
basement.
nice house. Is
Mhm.
that the same house they were at when T'Challa attacked Wendy? She was mad at what's his name for bringing her baby.
Oh, rest in peace, T'Challa. Rest both ways.
T'Challa did?
T'Challa died.
I didn't know that.
Maybe she shouldn't have named him that.
Maybe she shouldn't have no pets. She got enough going on over there.
Yeah.
Lizards and things.
Mm-hmm. So we had dinner, we sitting down and everything. Monique want to know, well, what was you and Raina talking about, Arena?
Why?
Jesus.
When people walk out of the room to go have a private conversation, I think it's because they don't want to talk about it in front of everyone.
Exactly. She told her about the apology, and Ashley was like, "Why? It wasn't a good apology." Arena was like, "Well, it was enough for me," and I'm glad she said that
I'm glad
because
she said
normally she'd be right there with her, but I'm glad she said that. Ashley was like, "Well, I thought she apologized before, and then after the conversation, I hear more stuff." Well, here's the thing, and this is what Winter was saying. It was one conversation. Monique went back and added more stuff. It wasn't like we had conversations.
But I feel like
and
I
then
must
went
still
back.
call bullshit on Ashley, even though Monique did break it up. She also said there were some other things said. I just didn't tell you like everything, when they had that conversation. So I felt like, even though, she was being messy, I felt like, because she could have just said it all at the first thing. But
Mhm.
she did say, like, when they were having that conversation, she said some more things I just didn't, tell you. So
Right.
I feel like she made Ashley
So
believe
she knew.
separate conversation. She
Yeah.
knew it was all from the same conversation.
Child.
We arguing about fun size Snickers that y'all been playing with all afternoon.
Cause it ain't bothering you, just like the damn red light. Shit, you brought that up. You know what I'm saying? Monique was like, well, Winter, could you elaborate what you told me? And she talked about what she's been going through the last 8 months and all of the Ashley says, well, all the misinformation we got came from you. What misinformation? She said her husband was a scam. I'm trying to say, what did she say was misinformation?
Nothing.
Y'all jumped on her from day one.
Mhm. Even when she was talking, Ashley was like, oh, I'm so tired of hearing about her and her.
Well, you ain't got nothing to talk about. And she said, somebody talk about what you heard about my husband. And then, you said it, and then Winter was like, well, how do you not know? And she was like, know what? Well, she was like, how do you not know? Look, here's the thing. Go on and say it. You should put it on out there then at this
You
point.
put it out there like that, then you should say it.
You should just say it.
Because
Um,
again, I believe y'all was the ones that brought up rumors. She just ran with it.
she said she heard it. Y'all brought it up and she
She
said
said,
she's
oh
heard
yeah,
about
we
it.
heard him. We heard
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, child. Oh, I think I skipped. I think they had said that. Well, I don't know. At some point I was said, but y'all, Kevin has showed up. Okay. Kevin is here. And they bring him downstairs.
Chris is such a bad actor. Oh my God. Wait, Kevin's here. I think
He
it might
stood
be
in
Kevin.
front of him
Look, everyone. it's
announce.
Kevin.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Because this once again is all about Winter and Kevin,
Kevin
the
and his
notorious
briefcase.
Kevin.
All his evidence.
So they're like, Kevin, how do you feel after not seeing the Winter for 9 months? He was like, he missed her. She was like, I don't miss you. So they just start firing off questions. Are you still married? Did you scam her? Do you live in a basement with your parents? I thought y'all was bored. Y'all the ones asking all
Now
the
they got a lot of
questions.
questions, don't they?
Oh, okay. Because that wasn't Raina now. That was Quick and Ashley popping them off. Boom, boom, boom.
No,
Sure.
Jamie just thought he was coming to like chill, have some drinks.
That's all
and, like,
Jamie
did not
had said
come
in
for
the
none
book.
of it.
He was like, I'm tired of talking about this. Shoot. They bring up this ebook. Okay. And old girl was like, I know you ain't bringing up that book that ain't neither one of us wrote. Okay. Come to find out. This was written for some master class and somebody, it was a speech or something she did for a master's class and they transcribed it for her. And he tried to make it seem like, no, you wrote this about our love
I
story.
don't care. I don't care. Like, what if I did say it? I don't want it.
I don't
Now
mean it now.
No.
I don't mean it. And then he turned out to be a lie because copyright on it said 2020. So that was clearly you a liar, you know. It don't matter if I did. I take it all back.
No, I could have said it yesterday, but I was just kidding. I really don't. I wanted to work. So stop pulling out paperwork, except for the divorce papers.
Well, Ashley and Quick is bored.
Again.
So, again. So they go
But not
upstairs.
really.
Not really. They go upstairs, okay. Quick that, but they'll go upstairs to talk about them. And Quick is like,
I could talk about this man behind his back because
Quick is like, I like her now. And Ashley was like, no, I don't. We don't like her. It was like, Quick
but
though.
why do you like her now? Because he didn't do nothing no different than he did the other day. The other day he did the exact same thing,
The
and you were
exact
like,
same
"Oh,
thing.
there's all the proof." Now today he does the same thing, and you're like, "Bro."
Child, the other couples come upstairs except for the Samuels, because the Samuels got to keep it going downstairs.
Well, the Samuels started this mess,
They did. They did.
so they need to
So
stay.
they gotta be there, the referee. So while he down there with them, he get up and he go sit next to Winter. And Winter had a whole fit. Like, don't come over there, sit next to me. Ashley Ward ass was so bored that she took her ass back down there to
Want to go see what's
she
going
was
on.
right back down there to see what
Didn't
was
stay
going
bored for
on.
long.
Oh. So Winter started singing this song because she had enough telling him to sign her papers.
You
and
better
give my
sign the papers and give us the boy.
divorce. Look here, she sound good.
I don't think she made that
She
up.
sounds so good. Ashley was going with it.
That song, Winter.
Who
She
said
got
Winter?
it in her phone. She didn't make that up on the fly. She already have written that down. Her kids be singing it around the house. You know how you be having your song.
Right. Well, Ashley was in there like, I was like, look at the board one. She down there having a party.
She said, now she entertained, huh?
Right.
This dude is on another planet. planet. Like that whole thing is going down and he's still sitting there with the briefcase trying to pull shit out.
He like, and on chapter 22. Yeah. She has said right here that she loved it.
Poor guy.
But-
She asked where was this nigga's caregiver? Who's
Oh my
where's his caregiver?
Lord, well, after all of that, Chris, he had to escort him on out.
Escort the poor man out.
Oh my God, that was
I
so
sure am glad Winter came because if not for her, I would have been asleep for real.
Yeah. She the whole show. She the whole show. She bring it every time. So at this point, her and Ashley is alone and they have a conversation. And she says, she bring up all of that. They go back and forth with all that. I don't know how many times she wants this girl to apologize. She apologized again. And she was like, well, if before this, you would have been somebody that I would have hung with. I'm like, it had nothing to do with none of this. At the day one, when you met her, when you first heard her speech, you was sitting up there talking about you was bored then. That was before you heard anything about the husband and none of that. Ashley so fake. And she told her, look, the only reason why I came from Quick is because Quick came from me. And I was like, true facts. Quick came for Winter first. And yes, Ashley, I do agree. If you come from my husband, then you coming from me. So all that was fair game.
And we
It
said
wasn't
that.
that serious.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
serious. It was like you snap. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. It didn't have to take the whole season. We on episode 9. Y'all still talking about the same mess. So Ashley said to Winter, now girl, as soon as that man opened up his mouth, I knew he was lying. I don't know how you didn't know.
Me either.
She said, cause he was hitting me with that whole, he a man of God and all of that. Child, he looked like the pastor on the street corner preaching to people, storefront preacher. And you fell for that, child? Okay. So at the end of
I think a lot of men do that. I think they think that that's the way, because I've had, people approach me that way and I'll be like,
what, the man of God
I mean,
thing?
as the man of God, and then,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm your girl then. I'm just saying.
Was that it though, Winter really, or was it really you thought the man had some money?
Maybe she had to, because come on.
Yeah. He reminds me of the dude from Bell Collective. The other one got that old man. The young girl on
Oh
Bell
yeah,
Collective.
but he doesn't seem that out of it though. Not like
Cause this one a little feeble.
I was like, oh, Kevin, he got pull out his readers and he's like, listen here.
Oh my God,
And
I
he
love
really
bombing her. It
does,
said right
he
here, I
really
love
does.
bomb this girl.
I think he imagined that he was gonna be able to catch her.
Yeah, she must have really been just really wanting somebody at that point in her life.
Probably because she just came out of a situation where the man,
Yeah,
she was vulnerable.
Yeah.
And if she's a church girl, and based on that song she came up with, I could see where that would work. That's the route to go.
Yeah. What the
And
end of it?
sometimes, like, she was married to an athlete. She was probably like, maybe if I do something completely different, then he's gonna be good to me.
Sure, she did it completely different because she went from athlete to feeble. So at the end of the episode, Arena, Monique, and Ashley all sit around and they sing her song, and that was real cute. Okay, because they all learned that song. It was
They
catchy.
learned that song fast. She must have sent them the text with the lyrics.
So next week, guess what?
It's over.
Quick was cheating. Oh, how did you not know?
Well, sure,
Oh,
so was Ashley.
but yeah, oh, you was cheating on me. I'm cheating. You know. Oh, child, please. Then we more fake Monique and Chris problems. I'm not buying it. And Raina's son is now facing jail time, like what we talked about. Well, once again, we at the end.
We
We
at
at
the end.
the end. And y'all bringing this stuff up. I wanted more Tasha. We could have just been about Winter, Tasha, and Raina's family. And
And
then
not be making up stuff.
and Ashley could have been the friend
You
of
know
the
what? It's hard to like have a group of people that don't actually know each other. That's the difference. With Huntsville, they knew each other. They didn't have to like figure out no relationship with one another. They
They
already
gotta go
had it.
back to the drawing board and refigure out DC, cause this ain't it. This ain't it. I don't
No,
know
you
what my
can't
son.
like bring a bunch of people together and expect them to just click like that, and you know, it don't work
But-
like that.
Do anybody know what my son is? D? Oh, you in the bathroom? Can I say your part? Thank you. All right, since he's in the restroom, y'all go ahead, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to this channel, and he'll be back on the next one.
All right, bye.